Welcome to Temple of Geek's rundown of This Week in Geek. My name's Corinna, thanks for joining us today. Game of Thrones actress Emilia Clarke wrote a comic book. It all started out as some silly chatting between her and friends on a car ride. They were joking about a superhero who wasn't perfect and a big mess, just like them. The idea stuck with Clarke and she came up with the story of Maya, a single mom who discovers her freakish superpowers, which she uses to hunt down human traffickers. M.O.M, Mother of Madness, is a 3-issue Image Comics miniseries that Clarke has written together with Margaret Bennett. M.O.M's origins are rooted in Clarke's history as a self-described fangirl of superhero comics and movies, who often felt shut out of that world because of her gender. Clarke wanted to make a comic about women and for women. She thought it would be cool to have all the things women don't like about themselves, flip that, and make those things that make her superhuman. And that's why her superhero Maya can do some wicked things during certain moments in her month. If you want to learn more about Maya and her superpowers, the first issue of M.O.M was published this week. Warner Bros. Pictures released the final trailer for Dune this week. Dune is a 2-part adaptation of the science fiction film from 1984 by director David Lynch, both are based on the book series of the same name by Frank Herbert. Denis Villeneuve is directing the new movie and sets up the story with the first novel. Paul Atreides is the young heir to one of the intergalactic noble houses that rule the universe in the distant future. His father, Duke Leto Atreides, is entrusted with the administration of the desert planet Arrakis, alias Dune. Only here the spice can be found, a mysterious substance which extends life and makes faster than light travel possible. Giant sandworms make life difficult for Paul and his family. Plus, a power-hungry Baron Vladimir Harkonnen and his sadistic nephew are after the treasures of Dune. Paul is looking for allies and comes across Kani, a woman he has seen in his dreams. The new trailer increases the anticipation amongst the fans. The expectations for Dune are immense and hopes high that the sci-fi classic finally gets the movie it deserves. If you see similarities between Dune and Star Wars, just remember that Dune came first and George Lucas probably got inspiration from it, not the other way around. The movie will premiere at the Venice International Film Festival on September 3rd. While some countries like Germany or Australia will be able to see it in cinemas already in September, the UK and US won't be able to see it for another month. Sorry guys. DC comic book fans know about Poison Ivy that she loves plants. But what else? The new published book Thorn by Cody Kaplinger and Sarah Kippen explains to us in an alternate origin story the character of Pamela Eiley before she became the Beckmann villain. Pamela is an unusual girl that hides behind her bright red hair. She lovingly takes care of her plants, while she doesn't trust people and doesn't let anyone get near her, especially not men. To save her favorite park, she releases a toxin that sets off a series of chain reactions, reveals her secrets and changes her life forever. After that incident, a cute goth girl named Alice O enters her life. She seems to be ticking just like Pamela, who then feels drawn to Alice and struggles with whether there might be trustworthy people after all. But there are dark secrets within the Eiley house, secrets that could destroy the one person who ever cared about Pamela, or as her mom preferred to call her, Ivy. This alternate origin story for Poison Ivy is not canon, but Pamela gets talked down by so many characters that her bad childhood can easily be considered the reason for her turning into a villain. The graphic novel Poison Ivy Thorn is available now. Freema Agyeman returns to Doctor Who in her own big Finnish audio adventure, The Year of Martha Jones. The full cast audio drama will expand upon the year that never was, between the sound of drums and the last of the Time Lords. Similar to the Rory Williams audio adventure that tells the 2,000-year story of him guarding the Pandorica, fans are finally spoiled with Martha's story, which only saw the beginning and end in the show. The big Finnish audio will not be limited to Martha's time on Earth, as Adjoa Endo, aka Martha's mom, will also return. We'll learn about what it was like for Martha's family to be trapped by the Master. The release date for Martha's audio adventure will be the end of this year, and it is available for pre-order now. DC and Audible have announced the premiere date and cast of The Sandman, Act 2. James McAvoy is coming back as Morpheus in Neil Gaiman's audio drama, which is set to premiere exclusively on Audible this fall. Kat Dennings will return as Death, Michael Sheen will portray Lucifer, and Andy Serkis will reprise his role as Matthew the Raven, while Gaiman narrates the story. Act 2 of The Sandman will debut on September 22nd, and Audible has already announced its order for a second and third season earlier this year. To celebrate the premiere of the second act, the first part will be free for US listeners for a limited period of time. A lot of stuff happened this week during the Comic-Con at Home event. Here are some of our highlights. The USS Cerritos are back in action. The second season is bigger, funnier and Star Trekier than ever before, and fans can expect some strange new and familiar aliens. Paramount Plus provided the trailer for the second season of the animated series Star Trek Lower Decks during the overall Star Trek Universe panel. Another official trailer was debuted at the same panel. Paramount Plus gave us a first look at the all-new animated kids series Star Trek Prodigy. It is the first Star Trek series that is aimed at a younger audience and will follow a crew of young aliens who must figure out how to work together while navigating through the galaxy in search of a better future. In the Simpsons panel, moderated by Lisa Voice, Yearly Smith, writers and animators, and showrunner Matt Groening answered fan questions. They played a Simpson Pictionary where the writers had to guess characters live drawn by the animators. Another treat was the exclusive sneak preview of season 33. Oscar Isaac surprises fans at the Legendary Comics panel. The actor dropped into the virtual panel to greet fans from the set of his current television project, to introduce Ed Wood's Sparrow and the creative team behind it. The graphic novel from creator Bob Johnson, with a story by John Alvey, developed by Oscar Isaac and Jason Swire, is written by New York Times bestselling writer Brian Buccellato and features art by Christian Ward. Ed Wood's Sparrow will be available in bookstores and online in fall this year. It would take some hours to talk about all the geeky news in this video, but you can read all the great articles from our team about the panels and shows from the Comic-Con at Home event on our website. And there you find more content that pertains to the world of geek. So head over to templeofgeek.com and follow us on Twitter, TikTok and Instagram using the handle Temple of Geek. My name is Corinna, thank you for watching and see you next time.